Hey, what's going on, shrimp keepers? It is early in the morning. It's like about 6:30. That's not that early. I'm all mismatched. I'm getting ready. I got to work electrical at 8. I got up early. I'm doing something a little special today. I want to show you guys how I ship shrimp. Kind of just the process that I go through from catching the shrimp and then putting them in a catch cup, bagging them up, shipping them, and kind of just what the whole process looks like. And I'm doing this with Bob from Steenfott Aquatics. It's a YouTube channel. He's really good friends with Corey. I met him at the Aquatic Experience. He wanted to place a shrimp order. I'm like, man, why don't we just make a video out of it? And so real quick, just Bob's a great guy. He's got an awesome channel. I'll link that down below and in the description. And hopefully you guys will check out his channel. But let's get through just kind of how these shrimp go from place A to place B. And so I'm going to show you me packaging them up, me shipping them out, and then Bob's gonna do an unboxing and kind of show you how they arrive. So hopefully they do well. I've never really had a problem with shipping. I think I've lost 3 packages in the 3 years I've been doing this, and that was only because 2 were going into Chicago when it was like -degrees, and then 1 was really hot and it was going to, I think, Texas or something crazy like that. But anyway, let me show you what I got going on. So Bob ordered the Black Tiger Orange-Eyed starter pack. And so we start off with catching 11 black tigers with orange eyes. So here they are. So here's these guys. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. These are one of my favorite shrimp just because of the patterns. I mean, you get like, with standard tigers, you get, you know, just your normal patterns with just our normal tiger stripes. These you'll get like the most irregular patterns ever as far as stripe go. And these guys are hardy as can be. I'll have to do a shrimp Saturday on these guys, but they're really, really hardy. So what I do is I catch these. I always get about, I would say, a little under halfway full of water. You don't want to ship with too much water, just because of the weight. And basically it's just because of the weight. I mean, you could use as much water as you want, but you don't need to. So this is the perfect amount of water. This is what I've always used. If I had to guess, I'd guess it's like 3 or 4 cups of water. And then I actually, currently I'm using lifelong breather bags, which these are pretty crappy. Not gonna lie, I do not like them. And because I've had so many problems with them breaking open. But I've learned a system for now. So let me pause the video. I'm gonna bag this up. I'm kind of gonna unpause the video at different points and show you guys just some steps and some tips for shipping shrimp, and then we'll go from there. So hold on one second. All right, guys. So I did want to point something out. First things first, you want to use some kind of plant or netting or something like that to put in the bag so that the shrimp have something to hold on to during shipping. So I believe this is nylon netting. I'm gonna have to double check, but you can get that. I get it from Joanne Fabric. So I use 2 good sized pieces, just to give them a little extra. You can use plants. The things about plants is they absorb oxygen when it's dark out. So when they're in shipping, they'll absorb oxygen the whole time, which if you have a problem with the breather bag, it's not going to be good. The reason I use breather bags is you don't have the swooshing back and forth during shipping, which could potentially stress out the shrimp. And so breather bags or lifelong bags, that's the reason I use them, is because they have an equal exchange of carbon dioxide to oxygen. So that's what we do first. So we get that in there, and then I'm going to pour the shrimp in, and then I'm going to tie, and then I'll go from there. So hold on one second. Okay, so I just put the shrimp in. You can see they're in there. Again, I got the netting in there, so they have something to hold on to. Now what I do is I kind of make like a little loop at the top, as you can see. Like, again, I'm only doing this with one hand, so I got to be careful. I make this little loop, and then what I'll do is I'll take a rubber band, I'll twist it around the loop a couple times, like maybe 10 to 15 times, and then, so the loop is when this is folded over, and then I'll twist it around the absolute base so it's not going across the folded part too, just the base, like 3 or 4 times. That way it makes this nice and snug, and it holds this so that no water can come out. And the reason I use rubber bands instead of tying the bag, because tying the bag is just as good. The reason I use rubber bands is because I bought 2 small bags, and so the amount of water that I want to use, it makes it impossible to tie them. So rubber bands or tying, both work. No big deal. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely done, and then you guys can have a better idea of what I was talking about. Okay, so the shrimp are completely bagged up. This is what it's going to look like. And as you can see right here, let me see if it'll focus. Let me sit it down. This is so hard to do with one hand. So I got all the rubber band like up top where the lid would be, and then you can see this is the bottom of the fold over of the plastic bag, and then I have a couple loops at the bottom just to make sure that it's sealed. And so there's a couple things you can notice. One, I double bagged it. A lot of people say never double bag breather bags because it reduces or cuts off the amount of oxygen that the shrimp inside or the fish inside are getting. It definitely reduces the amount of oxygen, but shrimp don't consume much oxygen anyway. And so it's completely fine to double bag these. I've been double bagging them for, I want to say, over a year now, and have never had any issues whatsoever. I've never had any bad feedback about shrimp dying during acclimation, nothing. So there's absolutely no evidence to support the fact that double bagging them is harmful to the shrimp whatsoever. So the reason I double bag them is because lifelong bags are not good. In my opinion, they break too much. So double bagging them is just reassurance for me that they're going to get to the destination safe and not going to explode. So that's what I did. You don't want to use any oxygen or air inside of the bag. So you can see like this is just, I mean, there might be a little air in there, but it's mainly just water. So now we got the shrimp bagged up. Bob, I'm sending you some sick shrimp, dude. I know I showed them at the beginning, but like I didn't even want to get rid of these, to be honest. That's a bad thing about selling stuff and being a hobbyist. Like, you love things so much that you don't want to get rid of them. So Bob actually ordered, I'll try not to get the order sheets in here. He ordered the starter pack, so it comes with 10 of the black tigers, fluval shrimp net, 10 Indian almond leaves, and then 4 different types of foods, which I include the Bacter, shrimp dinner, which is a glass garter product, which is just the same as the Bacter AE, spirulina, which is a great type of algae for shrimp, and then vegetable pellets, which have added calcium in them. And so these are 4 great starter foods, all foods that we feed here at Flip Aquatics, and it's just going to work out good. So this will give him a great start to starting a shrimp tank. The only thing you're going to need, Bob, or anyone else that's watching this video, is you're going to need driftwood, which I prefer Malaysian driftwood, and then you're also going to need moss. And so those are the 2 things that the starter packs don't come with that I recommend that you get, and maybe I'll revamp them in the future. I know I'm going to start adding different types of food in there, and then we'll go from there. But so basically what I do is I start off with I use the 5x7 or 6x7x7 shipping boxes mainly for this type of shipping, like this size package. So I sell these Indian almond leaves are huge, or I get them from a lady in Taiwan, and she's awesome. She goes out and hand collects them. I would collect them here in the United States. I mean, this is getting off topic, but just real quick, I would collect them here in the United States, dry them myself. The problem with that is there's so many things that they spray into the air. Like, for example, that Zika virus with the mosquitoes. They're spraying a bunch of stuff in the air, and they don't even tell you about it. So it's getting on the leaves of all the trees. And so now if you go and throw these leaves that you picked from the wild out in, or if you dry them and throw them into the shrimp tank, you run a risk of getting that pesticide into your aquarium. And so it's a risk that I'm not worth taking. So I know over in Taiwan where she's located, it's out in the middle of nowhere. And so she does an awesome job getting me leaves, and she sends huge leaves. So those are where those come from. The shrimp net, this stuff all fits in here like so snug. And so if you guys notice, first of all, let me get this in here. This is hard to do with one hand, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I can do something like this. Let's try this out. Nope. Guys, I am failing hardcore today. Oh, here we go. This is gonna work. Nope. Hope you guys still... There. Perfect. Alright, so got the shrimp net in there, got the leaves in there. We're gonna add the food. on one side of it. And so now you'll get a box like this. Again, I'm using the 6x7x7 free shipping boxes by USPS. You can order them online. I line it with, what is this, 1/2 inch just green board. It's the stuff that you can buy at Lowe's, you can buy at Home Depot, you can buy at Menards. Any kind of hardware store is gonna have it. And then I cut it down. And if you could see, it fits like let me see. Like this side's long, but this side's short. So it all fits together like one solid piece, so it's not flimsy, it's not gonna pull together, like it's solid. So that's enough insulation for the shrimp. But what I also like to do is I like to get fiberglass, or not fiberglass insulation, but the insulation you'll put up in the attic or on the walls. And so let me run and get that real quick, and you guys hold on. Actually, I'm not even gonna pause the camera because it might fall again, so hold on 1 second. Alright, so I literally just rip it off the roll in big pieces. Some of this does contain fiberglass, which will make your skin itch. You want to avoid that type. I mean, you can use it, but I don't recommend it just because, like, I'm dealing with it with my hands. I don't want to, you know, be itching all day. So, shrimp, wrap them in this. Now, granted, the box is already insulated, right? This is just extra insulation. And so I stuff that in there. You want to make sure this box is full, like, stuffed to the rim. And so I add a little bit on top just to make sure it's nice and snug in there, because you don't want them shrimp to be bouncing around. Like, you want them to stay in one spot. So you can see I use this side for my hard good, which was like the food. The shrimp net faces that way, so it's not bulging out that way. And then this is all of the shrimp. It's wrapped together real tight, and so I'm not gonna have any issues with this whatsoever. You know, unless USPS, which they are known for this, unless like somebody completely steps on this box and like destroys it. So now we got the package. Tape it up. These guys are good to go. No heat pack, no cool pack necessary. There's enough insulation here that these shrimp are not going to suffer more than a 3 degree temperature change within an hour, within 2 hours. And so these guys could go wherever, as long as it's not below 20 degrees or above 90 degrees. These guys are going to make it alive no matter what, 99% of the time. So that's that. Man, I am failing. I want to say my camera skills suck. One, because this is an iPhone, and I shouldn't be recording on an iPhone. I should actually have an actual camera, which I'm working on. I'm saving up some money. Hopefully I can get it soon. But anyway, and the other thing is it is 6:30 in the morning, and I'm pretty tired. So hopefully this video was insightful. Bob, I hope you freaking enjoy these shrimp, because I'm telling you, I did not want to get rid of them. I am obsessed with my royal blues and my black tigers. So to let these ones go, because I'm getting down to where my stock's running low on stuff, because this is breeding season. This is when I'm going to get a whole nother stock for next year. So I'm running into like these shrimp that I've had for all year. They're getting huge and fat, and they're getting ready to start breeding, and I'm having to get rid of them, and it's killing me. But that's how it has to be. So you guys have an awesome week. I'm still going to do a video. I'll probably upload this one later today, which is Tuesday. If not, I'll upload it on Wednesday, whichever one. And then I'll keep the videos coming. I got a special video for you guys. I made a special stop in Kentucky, Lexington. That's a hint if you guys know. But if not, you guys have a great week. Bob, enjoy the shrimp. Man, I look forward to seeing your unboxing video. And I will talk with you guys soon. Later.